Taylor Swift is known for her poetic lyrics and artistic music videos, and in these music videos she often includes Easter eggs that give fans a closer look into her life and the music to come. And at number 10, Refrigerator Light. Taylor's latest music video, I Bet You Think About Me, is full of Easter eggs that connect to the song All Too Well, which is widely believed to be about Jake Gyllenhaal. In the music video for I Bet You Think About Me, Taylor and Miles Teller, who is playing her past love interest, are dancing together at his wedding, and he has an out-of-body experience where he's thinking about what the dance would be like if he married Taylor instead of the woman that he's marrying that day. When this flashback sort of moment occurs, we see a bright white light, and then Taylor appears and the two dance together. Some think the cold, harsh light at the wedding could be a reference to the dancing that was done in the All Too Well music video. In All Too Well, Sadie Sink and Dylan O'Brien dance together at night, using the refrigerator light as their backdrop. When you compare that scene to the one of them dancing in I Bet You Think About Me, it seems that in the new video it's referencing the past when they danced in the harsh blue refrigerator light. Of course, linking the two videos together even further. And at number 9, The Top Hat. In the music video for I Bet You Think About Me, Taylor hides behind a top hat, but it's only shown for a moment, so it doesn't seem like that big of a deal. Until some fans realized it was the same top hat that Taylor wore when she performed her Red song We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together at the 2012 MTV Europe Music Awards. And these songs are rumored to be about the same person, aka Jake Gyllenhaal, so this is yet another thing that links the songs together. And at number 8, Red Sneakers. In the video for I Bet You Think About Me, Taylor dances with Miles Teller, and it's a moment that he has to think, what if he married Taylor instead of the woman that he just married? The two share an emotional dance, then Taylor goes to walk off. But before she does, she lifts up her huge white wedding dress and reveals that she is wearing red sneakers underneath the dress, not the typical heels that you'd expect. Which clearly means that she is hinting to something bigger. A fan on Twitter suggested this could be a reference to the Red song, Begin Again, when Swift sings, quote, "He didn't like it when I wore high heels." And at number 7, We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together reference. We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together was the lead single off the album Red, so of course her other songs might hint towards the message in that song. Fans think this was the case in a part of the All Too Well short film. During a montage of the breakup, we see Sadie Sink crying in her bed with her phone close to her, hinting that she just got off the phone or she's crying about a text. Many think this was a reference to a lyric in We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together, where Swift sings, quote, "So he calls me up and he's like, I still love you." And I'm like, I mean, this is exhausting, you know? Like, we are never ever getting back together. Like, ever. And at number 6, All Too Well book. At the end of the All Too Well short film, we see Taylor as a grown-up Sadie reading from a book she wrote called All Too Well. The book is blue and immediately catches the eyes of the viewer. And obviously we can insinuate the book would have been based on the experiences that Taylor had in the first part of the video. After the release of the video, fans realized that Taylor teased the book on her TikTok months before. In October, Taylor posted a TikTok about fall, and at one point she writes the lyric, quote, "Just between us, did the love affair maim you too?" she wrote in the blue book. Later it turned out the lyric was from the 10-minute version of All Too Well, and the actual book she was writing in was going to be showcased in the video. Halfway number 5, Invisible String. This one is more like an obvious reference than an Easter egg, but unless you're a well-versed Taylor fan, you might not have noticed. In the music video for the song Willow, there's a gold string-like thing that is seen throughout the video. This string is a nod to the folklore track Invisible String. In that song, she sings about how this invisible string is tying her to a partner, and it weaves through time to show the past and present of the relationship. In the lyrics, she references to the string as, quote, "One single thread of gold tied me to you." Essentially, the string is used in the video to tie all the moments together so viewers can experience the love story. And at number 4, Look What You Made Me Do. The music video for Look What You Made Me Do is easily Taylor's most dramatic and filled with the most Easter eggs. The album Reputation constantly references Taylor's past and the moments that became scandals. In an interview with Jimmy Fallon, Swift explained that Look What You Made Me Do was the first time she ever made a, quote, "crazy video where the Easter eggs are out of control." The most prominent reference in this music video is to snakes. Snakes are all around the video, which references her infamous feud with Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. Then in one part she dresses up as Katy Perry, her arch nemesis who she had a long feud with. Although some even think this person was an alter ego of Taylor, and the Grammy she is holding is a reference to the Grammy that Red deserved. A gravestone also has the name Neil Schorberg on it, which is a reference to the feud between her and Calvin Harris over his hit song that she co-wrote called This Is What You Came For. She also references another huge scandal with Kanye West when she says, quote, "I would really like to be excluded from this narrative." And at number 3, Me. Me with Brendan Urie was the lead single off Taylor's album, Lover, and that video was full of Easter eggs for the upcoming album. She even told fans in a Q&A that the video was loaded with them. Easily the biggest Easter egg was the title of the album, Lover. The word was briefly written in the background of one scene, and when the album was released, fans realized the title was there the whole time. Another Easter egg was the title of the next single off the album, You Need to Calm Down. In the very beginning of the video for Me, Taylor and Brendan are fighting, and he tells her, quote, "You need to calm down," which of course was the next single off the album. And at number 2, The Man. The Man was the final music video from the album Lover, but there was a huge twist ending that most fans did not expect. The song showcases a man going about his daily life, being rude, and doing whatever he wants while making other people uncomfortable. We follow him till the very end when we see Taylor as a director telling the man that he needs to do better. Once the credits for the video roll, we realize the man in the video was actually Taylor wearing heavy prosthetics. Some fans knew it was Taylor in the beginning of the video, while others had no idea till the very end. Another not so subtle Easter egg in the video is when Taylor's male alter ego pees on a subway wall that has the names of Taylor's first 6 albums written on it. Finally, number 1, Cardigan. In the music video of Cardigan, Taylor showcases a photo of an old man that is actually her grandfather. For this album, Taylor says she focused more on the Easter eggs in the lyrics of the songs rather than in the videos. Swift said, quote, "One thing I did purposely on this album was to put the Easter eggs in the lyrics more than just in the videos. But of course there were still Easter eggs in the videos too." Taylor revealed that near the beginning of the video, there's a picture of a man that turns out to be her grandfather. In the same frame as the photo, we also see a clock with the hands pointed to 1 and 3. This is a reference to the 13th track on Folklore called Epiphany, which was inspired by her grandfather. So that's all for the list. Let me know what you thought below, and let me know what we could include in a part 3. Before I go, I'm going to shout out comments from celebrities who tried to warn us about Jake Gyllenhaal. Rachel Shepard said, "Leave Jake alone, he hasn't done anything wrong. Taylor Swift tends to attack her exes by writing songs about them." I do agree, he technically did absolutely nothing wrong, so we really shouldn't be giving him so much hate, but I think it's just that perfect timing. You know, if there's a bad song about him, now we're like, oh, we need someone to hate. It's gonna be him kind of thing. But I don't think anyone actually hates him, and people will forget about this pretty soon. It's Lynn Jean said anyone who interacts with Taylor Swift should have her sign an NDA. I mean, I think at this point anyone who is friends or dating her should expect that they will appear in her music. Anomaly Detected said, "I've been a Jake fan since Donnie Darko, and I've seen several of my other favorite actors, actresses, comedians fall from grace in a huge way in the last decade or so. It's pretty disheartening. Hope that Jake doesn't prove himself to be similarly unsavory." I think the thing about Jake is that we just don't even know that much about him. He keeps his private life very low-key, so this was like the one kind of like opening we had into his private life, and it was so bad. Who knows? I guess we will have to see. Alright guys, that is all for the video. I've been your host Mackenzie Smith, and subscribe for the next one.